be loved or feared?
That's a good question. It's nice to be both, but it's very difficult. But if I had my choice, I would rather be feared. Fear lasts longer than love. Friendships that are bought with money mean nothing. This year with this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny. But the trick is not to be hated. That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough where they need me, but they don't hate me. Don't forget what I'm telling you.
Niggas is niggas and bitches ain't got no lawyers. Snitches is bitches who fold when questioned by police. Say he love you, but jealousy is what lies beneath. We give it all, so what's love when you're playing for keys? Claiming you thugger, what's a thug when you're playing with G's? Bitch of them OZs, nigga, ain't shit to eat. Murk the nigga before you knew it when you got it beef. Claiming your OG sound like a hoe to me. The same bitch that a trick fighting out your cheek. The same snitch with a dick let that pussy speak. Hold on the stand to the man all in front of your fan. Like what's the plan if you can't stick to his hand? For about a grand, nigga, do you so dirty, heard? Your 4 deep slanging, he really it ain't worth. I push your head on GP, no, we did it on purpose. A bunch of people's moving crazy, asking for murder. He acting good, Hollywood.
Yo, what it do, TV land? What it do, man? Top of the afternoon, man. Top of the afternoon, everybody's tapping in, buzzing in right now. You see the title, you see what it say, man. It's Freestyle Monday, baby. Yeah, Live Drop 101, man. Live Drop 101. We at 101, man. Live Drop, bro. Live Drop 101. The title, today's topic, man, it's pretty touching. Some of you will get it, and some of you, you might not get it. For those who might jump in your complex or whatnot, that's because you're not from this area, not from this generation. So therefore, when I start speaking on the things that I'm going to be speaking on, you might jump all in your feelings. But that's okay, because this is for everyone. This is for everyone, especially when it comes down to my culture, my people, the black culture, man. So today's topic, today's subject, man, as you can see up top right there, man. Chat box, what it do in the chat box, Mr. Eric Lewis. Top of the afternoon. Miss Ruth Robinson. Miss Ruth is in the building. Antonio Anthony was the first one tapped and buzzed in. I see you, Antonio. Y'all see what the topic say? You see what the title say up top, man? Self-destruction of the black culture, identity theft, hip-hop industry. Self-destruction of the black culture, identity theft, hashtag hip-hop, hashtag the industry. Let's go. Buzz in, tap in, man. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. It's going down, man. It's your favorite host, CEO Nino Cappucino, a.k.a. Bonnie Hunter BJ, the Breezan, man. Tapped in, you tuned in to one of your favorite, baddest growing podcast shows around, man. R.O.E. 2024, man. We in the building, man. Uncut, raw, riveting. For the people, by the people, to the people, man. Let's go, man. Tap in, man. Buzz in, man. Chat box, what it do? Oh, I see you, Mr. D-Mac. Mr. D-Mac is in the building. Cal Galloway, I see you. Cal Galloway, I see you. Appreciate you being here today. What's love? What's love? Hey, listen, man. Y'all tap in, y'all buzz in, man. You tuned into your favorite show right now. You listen to one of your favorite hosts, man. CEO Nino Cappucino, a.k.a. Bonnie Hunter BJ, the Breezan, man. I don't know why somebody would try to jump in on my live while I'm working. Breakdance, that's you, man. Breakdance, you know damn well you ain't supposed to jump in right now while I'm doing my live, man, while I'm doing my content, breakdancer. Go out to holler back at me, nephew, when I finish, man. So listen, I want to come on today, man, because of a few experiences that I've been through recently, the last couple of weeks, I had one experience, and then just, periodically over the last couple of years, just experiencing this shit, man. But throughout all the controversy, throughout all the internet bullcrap that's going on, man, with people's lives, especially those that chose to cross over that line, man, and do real wrong and dirtiness to people, man, because of their power and the empowerment and the opportunity of being able to have the type of capital and finances and money that they have. So they misuse and abuse people. So as always, man, I want to come on, man, and jump in my lane like I do, man, and take my truck, man, and drive in the opposite direction, man, as others, because no one is paying attention to what's really righteous and what's real and what's the truth. And it's crazy to me that people overlook the truth nowadays. Like they really literally gravitate to lies and bullshit and the buffoonery, man, rather than the truth. So my thing was to come on today to share from experience and then my personal opinion as a full-fledged, strong, solid ideology black man, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just having that ideology thinking, man, as a black man, as a strong black king, coming from a black culture, been raised as a black child, and representing my culture, man, as a black man. I want to be the first, to be able to sit back and speak from a learning process, a process of growth, a process of change, and a process of learning. Because don't get me wrong, when I'm speaking on the day and when I'm talking about, it goes two ways. The door opens and it closes. It swings both ways. So it's like once upon a time in my life, I was down and dirty, right, involved with the destruction of the black culture for 30 years, 30 active duty years of my life. I was down with the destruction of the black culture, meaning that killing my own or destroying my own or fighting against my own or, whatever it took, man, you know what I'm saying, to survive and to, move forward on a day-to-day basis. It was dealing with most of my own culture because of the way we was taught, the way we were bamboozled, the way we were brainwashed as far as this side of the tracks or this side over here or this over here or this over there becoming our enemy. When at the same token, when none of them people are enemies, y'all, from day one. We was taught this, we were destruct this, and then by choice, coming off the porch, now you have a choice to get full-fledged involved as far as the gang culture itself, where that was the genocide of black on black killing and black on black crimes, from drugs to rape to prostitution to you name it, man. So I'm speaking from a standpoint of growth, strength, stability, morals, principles, values, because I'm puzzled to what happened to that when it comes down to our culture itself as a black culture. What happened to this, man? It's like A1. Check this out, man. I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. We have been straight up 211. For those who don't know what the penal code 211 means, that means robbery. In a jurisdictional form, that means robbery. We have been robbed, bamboozled, exchanged for our whole entire identification from head to toe, male and female. I mean, the black man and the black woman. We have been straight 211, robbed for our whole freaking identification, bro. Let me break that down for you guys. Well, what do you mean by that, Bunny and BJ? Let me explain that, man. I mean, because you sound like you going into a racist tip. And it don't got shit to do with race. It just got to do with facts. And I'm the one that's speaking on it, and others are not. They care not to touch these type of subjects, or they care not to touch these type of topics of dialogue that we should be speaking on, because this ain't what they want to speak on. They rather speak on the shit that's going to continue to keep us destructive and self-destructive against one another, man. So therefore, man, check this out, man. To my black people, man, to my black culture, men and women, teens, queens, kings, the niggas, the bitches, the pimps, the players, man, listen, man. if we don't do something, and I mean do something fast, and that something is grasp a hold to what's once out there that we knew about and bring unity and unification back amongst ourselves, learn how to speak, learn that we're not the hatred that we hold oppose each other on a day-to-day basis. When you walk out your door, that hatred can be alleviated. That hatred can be, delivered into something totally positive, bro, against the black woman and the black man, to the point to where, bro, we gonna become distinct. While everybody else is sitting around enjoying life and constantly growing and producing and reproducing when it comes down to families, kids, cultures, and the cultures growing and continue to manifest, while why jackass is sitting here steady doing the devil's advocate, man. Self-destruction of the black culture, man. You tapped in, you tuned into one of the baddest, growing, riveting podcast shows around, man. Uncut, raw, and riveting for the people, by the people, to the people, man. So this is what I mean by we've been identity struck. Remember once upon a time, I'm going to take us back to, see, I don't understand how the Millennium Children, which was our kids, the kids who had kids from the 1992 Peace Treaty wave, who had kids that came into the Millennium wave, these kids opened up the doors when it came down to the crossover of cultures. Now, I think the crossover cultures was I think that's some of the greatest things that came about as far as the history and the existence of our lives, because I remember once upon a time when we were growing up in the 60s and the 70s, in the 80s, there was no crossovers. There was no culture crossovers. We stayed in our areas and we did what we did as far as the black culture, the Jews, the Italians, the Mexicans, the Chicanos, because that's what we grew up around, Chicanos, essays. The Mexicans didn't even exist. They was in Mexico, or the workers, the low budget workers. Russians, it was a sprinkle of them here. It wasn't a gang of them like they are here in all the other cultures. So when we grew up segregated. So this is what we knew. So when the millennium crossover came, as far as cultures crossing over, I think that was a great thing in exchange of learning different cultures. But I think where we messed up at is we opened up the door and gave up every goddamn thing. Everything. I mean, from head to toe. We gave up our whole entire culture. How to walk, talk, smell, fight, defend ourselves, get down, the whole nine. The way we talk, our mannerism, everything. Now, if you notice it, every other culture mimics the black culture. Yeah, I know some of you damn people out there right now who's tuned in, tapped in on my channel may feel some kind of way. Don't feel like that, man. It's the truth. And if you look around you look at your own damn culture, you'll question yourself and you ask yourself, because the Spanish, the Mexicans, and the Serenos, and the Southsiders, and the Mexicans of Los Angeles, and the Mexicans, period, certain Hispanics are questioning their own people. Why are y'all acting like, as they used to call us, the Mayates? Why y'all acting like the blacks? Why y'all acting like niggas? Or why y'all trying to be like y'all black when we Mexicans or we Spanish? So it's like, it's a combination of confusion and disrespect that came about of it, even though it's a lot of greatness that came out of it. Like I said, it's a lot of greatness because now, cultures was able to cross over and experience each other's cultures, from eating to traveling to, different things, even to marriages and relationships, as far as cross cultures. Because again, like I said, when we were growing up, you didn't see these things. It wasn't something you seen day to day or the day-to-day basis for us. So me coming out of that era of destruction and coming out of that era of genocides against my own people, man, and my own kind, and being a thorough gang leader once upon a time, man, and being involved in the gangs heavy and being a gang member, a gang soldier, you feel me, a warrior, just believing in that whole fucking dynamic of gangs, period. To looking back today, man, with regrets in my life, that now you look at this shit. Niggas just gay to be away. They gay to be. Just threw the B away. North, south, east, west, to where niggas got the B and ran with it and think they do it better than where it was originated at. They think they do it better than where the origins come from, as well as the C. Niggas gave the C away. They didn't threw the C away. Niggas didn't sell the C. Niggas around here talking about, oh, Crips is incorporated and Bloods is this and man. All our smart, all the niggas who was real niggas who had the power, who was regulating, such as myself and other real niggas of this city who was regulating back then, neither one of us, including myself, as smart as I am and as intelligent as I am, man, neither one of us had the thought figuration to think, damn, let me patent this shit. Let me patent this gang word, or let me patent the gang culture. Or how can we collectively come up off the gang culture since we destroying one another? None of us thought about that shit, bruh. Because we was too busy destroying one another. We was too busy collectively killing one another, fighting one another on sight when we seen each other. This black skin. You see another black man with the wrong color on, boom, it's on. We was fucked up, man. So now the cycle repeats itself, but on a whole nother level, an even worse level, to the point where other cultures then jumped in our dimension. Other cultures then jumped into our dimension and jumped into our affairs as far as when it comes down to the black culture. What I'm speaking on it when it comes to that aspect is when our kids crossed over into the other cultures and they open that door and they allowed that first culture, which was the Mexicans, to start using the N-word. And don't give me that shit about, oh, it's a lot of Mexicans grew up in black hoods and they used to say the word. You're a damn lie. You're a freaking damn lie. And I'll say that shit straight up with any challenge on any individual on this internet, just Spanish, Mexican, whatever. I don't give a fuck at this point when I'm speaking on the truth. You Mexicans didn't grow up in the neighborhoods, Crips and Bloods, calling us nigga. I'm sorry, homie. Now, I could say that for the Nixon Garden for a pure fact, a strong definition of fact. I don't know about other hoods then. Let me rephrase that. But all the hoods that I know when it come down to Damus and the other Crip hoods that I know that I surfaced in and I used to come through and fuck with and hustle at, hey man, these hoods was predominantly all ran by black cultures. So there was no way a Mexican culture was going to call another brother nigga. We hated the word, most of us, to the point where we didn't like calling each other this shit. So let me go show you the flip side. Now let's go back to prison. See, I remember just 10 years ago, a decade ago, when I didn't even use the word. I didn't even use the word nigga, period. I didn't let the word come out of my mouth because I was so programmed from prison. I was so programmed from the prison politics to the point where, bro, it was a point in time we couldn't use that word, Bloods or Crips. I don't give a fuck how much of a banger you was, gangster you was, feel me? And other prison cliques and prison organizations, because we were so programmed on a pro-black and a pro-blackness level to the point where the prison system was structured for us to come together. That was the one point in time in our life when we came together as a black culture, because we had to, because of the prison rules, because of the politics, because the way the family have established that day one. And I'm talking about, it goes all the way up to the George Jackson days, you feel me? The P. Huey Newton days, and San Quentin, the Solidarity Brothers, and it trickled on down, man, to the Panther days, and to us, and to the gang culture. So we took that, and we kept that, and we stamped that as far as keeping that moral and that value and that principles, as far as when it came down to the black culture in the prison system, to where dynamically it wouldn't blow all up like it was on the streets, because it wasn't buck wild. You couldn't come in the prison system and just gangbang. You couldn't come in the pen and soon you see your enemy on sight, rush them or stab them up. It wasn't going down like that. It just couldn't happen like that. It happened at times because it was built up, but it didn't happen on a day-to-day basis because we had to be too focused of being together, because the odds of the Hispanic and the white boys, because this is the way it was, man. So we couldn't use the N-word. You could not call another brother nigga. What's up, my nigga? Hey, nigga this, nigga that. Individuals check you. Or, bro, hey, bro, homie, That's how programmed we was. So I'm messed up in the head. Like, where the hell did we go from programming ourselves to get away from the word, to start respecting ourselves as a black culture, to the point where we didn't see him sell the word. We didn't seal that. We didn't patent that shit. We gave the NIGGA word up to a whole fucking damn culture, and a variety of cultures now. Not just Damascus, white boys, Yugoslavians, Russians, Egyptians, Hawaiians, you name it. I'm talking about a variety of cultures saying the freaking N-word, bruh. And I got a problem with that shit. I got a serious, serious problem with it. So every day of my life, I battle with it from a challenging perspective, because I'm surrounded with it. Every day you get up, every day you move around now, you hear the shit, especially for the freaking Mexicans, man. And I ain't talking about Cholo Mexicans. I'm talking about Mexican Mexicans, Guadalupes, and straight over the border Mexicans, half-speaking Spanish Mexicans, white boys. And you can pay a white boy to call a brother nigga. And now it's cool, though. It's like, oh, well, everybody does it. That's because our jackass gave up our culture, bro. We gave up our whole entire fucking identity, bro. Identity theft. This is what I mean by identity theft, man. We've been purely hijacked by hip-hop. Not by the cultures per se, because they could have never done that. It could have never been done like that. It would have never existed. Hip-hop did it. They manipulated. They monopolized our stupid asses. And they took our identity from us. And then they sprinkled it to the other cultures. And they opened them gateways and them doors. And the other cultures said, oh, well, damn, the brothers are allowing us to say the N-word? Cool. But Mexicans don't want to be called Mexicans. You don't want me to address you as no beaner. You don't want to address me as your hat dancer, because these were the things that we used to say back in the days that was derogatory and negative. But if we use them words just as a culture, you Mexicans are going to have a problem with it. Mexicans can go crazy. You can't call a Southsider a Mexican, because they was considered as Southside Chicanos, bro. So this is what I mean by this crossover culture barrier has got all fucked up in a lot of ways. Like I say, it's greatness in it, it's greatness behind it, you know what I mean? But at the same token, because we didn't control it, excuse me, as you see them lemons in that water, man, because we didn't control it to the aspect of continuing to demand our respect within ourselves, within our own culture of respect, which means the outside of others are going to continue to respect us as a culture. We didn't demand that. So when we gave up that respect and other cultures see that, now guess what? I, as a black man, Asiatic, you as a black man, Asiatic, we already up against it from the time we're born, from birth. We're up against it. We're up against it from racism. We're up against it from the system. We're up against it once you grow and you grow into a level of a man. You're up against your own woman, the women, because they have turned our women against us. They have taught our women to hate as well as us hating. So we are up against it. So now look what we're up against now. Here I am. My growth, my spirit, my energy is on a level to the point where as long as I can help it and I can control my temper and my temperament to the point where I don't want to never hurt another black man. I don't never want to try to do nothing to pose any type of pain or nothing against my kind unless it's to defend myself or it's in defense mode. I don't want to just force it, just, oh, that's the thing to do. Oh, I'll never flip that script again, ever, period. For, oh, I see this individual on site over there, or that nigga my enemy. Oh no, my mind ain't programmed to that shit. So that'll never happen again. So I'm coming out from a whole different place of growth and learning and nurturing within myself to the point where, like, bro, now I got to battle with other cultures calling me nigga. Because I ain't with that new millennium shit of calling me nigga or addressing me, hey, my nigga, what's up, my nigga? So it takes me back and reflects me back to court. I mean, not court, excuse me. me training and being in Crunch Fitness where I train at, and I'm in the gym, and a young Hispanic chick push up on me, man. I said, well, I done beat up some of the worstest niggas in my life. I mean, literally whooped their ass. Big niggas my size, niggas bigger than me, smaller than me, don't matter. I done whooped on niggas, and I done lost fights. You feel me? How dare a Spanish, you ain't never about 22, 23 years old, but this how fucked up the culture done got. This is where they think that door's opening, where now it's cool because now they flexing in their own certain ways to the point where, you know, they feel they run certain shit. And insist they do because they in place. But she push up on me, bruh. And coming from where I come from, and once living the life that I live, she push up on me about a weight machine I'm using and my regiment that I'm getting down in and I'm doing because she want to use this right now. Instead of having the respect, you know, coming to me in a respectable level, and coming to me, you know, as far as how long would you be using this, and or if you don't mind when you through, can I book it next? Cool. That's the communication we should have had. But instead, this little young chick trying to push a line on me. But I stayed my ground as the man that I am, an adult that I am, you know, and I had to really ascertain the situation so that it wouldn't really get out of hand for as me losing my temper. I say, first of all, hold on, shorty. Who are you talking? Watch how you talk to me. I'm not a kid, and you're addressing me wrong. I'm training. I'm working out. Don't you see what I'm doing? I'm warming up here, and I'm using that machine in that little area right there. You can get it when I get through. She said, what? No, if you're using this, then I'm going to go use that right now. I'm going to take it. You, check this out, homegirl. You got your husband in here or your dude in here, go get your motherfucking dude because you ain't finna take shit. Now you took me up a notch. Go get your dude. You got a Mexican boyfriend here or something, go get him. She said, well, what? I'll go get my nigga. I'll go get a nigga for you. You'll go get a nigga for me. So now I'm stuck like, see, this is what I mean by, now I got to defend myself with shit like this in life because our kids and this millennium culture open that door to think it's cool to when now these little Mexican kids in the millennium culture think it's cool. You won't talk to any blacks any kind of way or think you're going to disrespect a brother or disrespect a real one to where now it'll bring a problem. It'll bring friction. You know what I'm saying? Identity theft, bro. We have given up our whole fucking identity, man. And at the end of the day, we don't give a shit. We think it's cool. We think it's, oh. When I mean we, I mean this new millennium ass culture who opened that door up, man. And then you sit back as OGs like myself and other OGs who really, really want to say something. Niggas really, really want to put their foot down, really want to smash about it. But what can we do? What can we do when hip-hop is the main spearhead of influence who have took this and opened that gateway and ran with it dynamically, globally? So how can you stop your city in particular of other cultures not using the N-word? It's impossible now. When motherfuckers way over in Timbuktu is saying nigga. What's up, my nigga? Oh, them nigga. And I just think it's so disrespectful, bro. I really do think it's so disrespectful, man. When the Mexicans they use that shit like diarrhea now. These young, and when I say the younger culture Mexicans, even some of the older niggas is in their 30s and 40s, fresh out the pens. And what fucked me up was how do we battle with it when you can't even battle with it when the niggas in the penitentiary system and allow it to happen. The strength in the systems have broke down. The strength barriers that we once had in the system as a black culture have broke down to the point of respect. This is why the shit is so wide, watered down, and why it's wide open, and why we'll never be able to fix that, bro. We'll never, ever be able to take that back. That particular situation in that particular part of our culture, we'll never, ever be able to take that shit back and fix it of respect, bro. We'll never be able to do it, man. And it was just on my heart today to come on here, man, and talk about this and speak on it, bro, because it's just unfair. It's unfair and it's unreal that we gave up our identity like this, man. Out of all the shit that our forefathers have went through, our leaders of the past have went through, people have went through, man, to press the line for us as a culture, man, as a black culture. That damn, bro, at some point, when do we grow, niggas? So we act like niggas. When do we grow? When do we think? When do we take the time to think and grow at some point? It's like even the old who's still surviving into the new, like myself. You individuals don't even want change. You niggas don't even want to see peace. You don't even want to see peace amongst this young millennium era who have the culture to become greatness for us, to bring us back to the dynamics of a nation. Y'all don't want to see that shit. You want to see the buffoonery. Our women ain't women no more. These females is just as raggedy and tramped out as hell, man. My opinion, the government need to come in here, man, and snatch all this free shit. Yeah. Snatch all this free shit he giving all these women, all these females who think they don't need a man and tell me I don't need no nigga. Snatch all this free shit and let me see what happened then. I bet you help us come back and resort back to your roots then and resort back to our culture then. Something got to give, man, because this shit is effed up, bro. Self-destruction of a black culture, man. Hey, man, I'm your favorite host, CEO Nino Cappucino, man. You've been tapped in, tuned in, you buzzed in, man. You've been struck by lightning bolt, man, by WATTS, Watch Satellite News, man. Live Drop 101, man. Go tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, in the chat box, I know I ain't jumped in that chat box, man. Let me look in the chat box for a minute, man. Chris Hollow, okay, that's contradicting Chris Hollow to an extent. You say I wouldn't say they took our identity. I say we gave it up. It's the same thing, brother. When I say took, I don't mean like they took it. I mean by the manipulation of hip hop. If you listen to me and you listen to what I'm saying, bro, you understand what you're saying. You say the same thing I'm saying, basically. What you say, Ike Love? Ike, what's up, Ike? Ike is in the building, man. Ike is in the building. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. You say Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, they say because they have block. Where? So you mean I go to Dominican Republican 20 years ago or 15 years ago. This is what I mean. You guys ain't from this era, bro. You can't tell me that this N-word was being used like this 30, 40 years ago, man. You're not finna sit there and convince me to this. None of you niggas on my chat box now. Because you niggas era when you went from this era, bro. It was a respect mechanism, is what I'm saying, homie. We gave that part up, bro. We've been straight up ID Jack, man. John Doe. Okay, y'all pardon me for a minute, man. Let me answer this to one of my team cappuccinos. John Doe says, I need to tell you something. I got arrested, but the police did not tell me what I got arrested for, but I was defending myself against my mother. What should I do? What should you do? First of all, John Doe, what do you mean by you was defending yourself against your mother? Did you put your hands on your mother? Because if you put your hands on your mother, youngin, that's a violation off top. I can't sit here condole with you and tell you that you have all rights to defend yourself against your mother, man. Whatever your mama did to you, if she slapped you, bust you in the head with a pipe, a bottle, whatever the fuck it was, you should have hauled ass out the house. You should have just broke wide and got up out the house, youngin. You don't hit your mama back, man. You don't beat on your mama, homie. You don't do something to your mother to the point where police got to get involved and police got to take you to jail, John Doe. So what did you do? See, listen, man, John Doe, I'm glad you came on and you asked me for this advice, youngin, because it's obviously you don't have a father figure in your house or you wasn't raised by a father, bro. So let me explain to you, young homie. I want you to go back and I want you to apologize to your mother. And I want you to tell your mother you're sorry. No matter what, you'll never in your life hit your mother again, bro, or you'll never raise your hand up against your mother again. I need you to go apologize and tell your mother that, bro. That's your mother, and you only get one time. Some get lucky and get a stepmother to come in and love them like their mother did, but still it ain't the replacement of a mother who loved you once upon a time. You get it one time, homie. I need you to go apologize to your mother, man. So what? She hit you first. Do you know how you sound? You sound like a young coward. I have to give it to you uncut and raw. You sound like a young coward, a young stupid youngster that grew up in this millennium area that's lost. But I'm glad you came on and you asked me for that advice, man, because that shows that you're willing to learn. So what I need you to do is I want you to go apologize to your mother. Okay, you say you was blocking the hits and you was trying to tell your mother to stop. Why did she hit you? Why did she swing on you? Answer that question. What provoked her to just hit you? She just jumped up and started swinging on you, John Doe. Come on, man. You got to man up, homie. You cannot get on here and think I'm going to condole with you and jump on your side against your mother, bruh. It ain't going to happen. My mama done whooped my ass, beat me with Hot Wheel tracks, homie. I done got my ass whooped with stitching cords. I probably still got a whip or two still left on my body somewhere if I look hard enough. But over the years, that shit, the scars went away, but not the love, because that's the love I was able to nurture and give to my kids, because my mama taught this shit to me. You only get one, man, one mother. So John Doe, before my closing of my show, again, young homie, I appreciate you coming on here, tapping in, and you asking me for that advice. I really, really, truly appreciate it. And you can talk to me anytime, man. Anytime I'm on here, you can holler at me. They go for all my folks. But please, man, please, I need you to apologize to your mother. Stop giving me excuses because I don't want to hear them. I don't buy excuses. I don't buy excuses. I need you to go apologize to your mother, man. Straight up. And I mean ASAP. And I mean ASAP. I need you to go apologize to her. See, John Doe? See that? Hold on, y'all, TV land. Now, this is where everybody in the chat box, I want everybody in the chat box right now. Pretty Gangster, what's up, Pretty Gangster? Ike Love, all my regular Team Cappuccinos, y'all go over there and holler at John Doe right now, man. John Doe. So you giving up excuses now, man. I asked you, what did you do to provoke your mother to hit you to where you had to block her hits and block, like you said, to where the police had to come? What did you do? You know what his response was, TV Land? It's a long story. Well, it wasn't long. It didn't take you a long time to ask me for my advice. It didn't take your ass a long time to come on here and say, hey, big homie, I want to ask you something, man. I went to jail, yada, 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 for defending myself against my mother. What should I do? It didn't take you a long time to ask me that. But now you're going to tell us it's a long story? No. I need your ass to be honest with yourself, kid. I fucked up, big homie. I violated my mom's, or I said something out my mouth that I shouldn't have said, and my mother went in on me like she was supposed to, like a real mother, because your mama love you. If that woman didn't love you, and I don't know her, I don't got to know her to know love. I know love. She didn't love you, homie. She wouldn't have struck you. She wouldn't have hit you. Now, that's the difference between abuse and love. For those kids who grew up in a household of abuse, I feel for you. And that's why we got to come on here. We got to teach. We got to get this to our people, man, to our youth, so they understand the difference and the differentiate, bro. That everything ain't abuse. Discipline don't mean abuse. That's because that individual love you. They trying to save you from something, or they don't want you to go down the path they went down. But y'all don't understand that until it's too late. Guess what? My jackass didn't understand it once upon a time. I would cuss under my breath. Oh, I hate you. Oh, all the above. Ain't no kid alive that didn't do it, man. Your mama did it when she was young. Ask her. But guess what? Boy, the older I start getting, when I start hitting the penitentiary prisons and I was in them walls by myself, and I'm sitting in them cells late nights, and I could see my beautiful mama's face, and I could see my mama talking to me. I could see my father talking to me on one end, my mama talking to me. That was all love. And I thank God at the time that I had it, before they were taken from me, I thank God I had that love. I thank God I grew up with that hardship love because I was able to instill it and give it to my kids. And they didn't understand it either. Oh, yeah. My kids, my twins, they thought, oh, my daddy, man, because the streets, I was so solid in the streets, I ran my household the same way. And my kids didn't understand it at one point until they started getting older and they came to me and they understood. And they was able to sit me down and talk to me and say, Daddy, I thank God that we have a father like you. Every day my kids tell me this, every chance they get, because it was instilled in me, bro. So John Doe, ending my show, man, I need you to really, really tap in with your mother, man. Sit down and have a conversation with your moms. And please, bro, apologize to your mom. I'm going to tell you like this. If you don't apologize to your mother in my next live when I come back on, which will be tomorrow, and I get ready to do my next show, and you pop in on my next show, I need to know the results. I need you to be honest with me. I need you to tell me that you apologized to her. And if you didn't apologize to her, then this is what I need you to do. I need you to unsubscribe from my channel. I don't want you to follow me again. I don't want you to never listen to me again in life, because that means you ain't ready for the truth, bro. I need you to apologize to your mother or unsubscribe from this channel, man. Hey, man, I'm jumping up out of here, man. It's your favorite host, CEO Nino Cappucino, man. Bunny Hunter BJ the brand, man. Hey, John Doe, man, I appreciate the young homie, but I need you to do that, and I need to know the results, man, my next live, man. To all my folks that tapped in and buzzed in, man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all to the fullest, man. Y'all know what to do, man. We rocking up out of here, man, because over here in the W, we can't help it, man. We always talk to survive. We'll always talk to survive, man. And please, please, you know my motto. Don't drink and drive, baby. Do not drink and drive. Let's go. I'm out here. Yeah. Sounds of bliss of nature. What's up, man? I see you the boxed in. Sounds of bliss. Who did I miss up here in the chat box before I go up, chop up out of here, man? I done see Pretty Gangster creep in. I see Pretty Gangsters in the building, man. Pretty Gangsters in the building. All them all my regulars. Okay. I appreciate everybody. Salute.